There we go. Thumbnails. Oh, we get to do yoga with Carolyn's kitty. Okay, so go ahead and lay on your back and I'll help get you set up. When you put your body into recline, it's one of the tools of the trade in terms of working with your nervous system. When you lay down like this, right, it's kind of this automatic signal to your brain, one of many that we'll work with tonight, that you're safe, that it's time for the brain to really slow down and rest. And come into down regulation. And so the practice that we're doing tonight, the intention, the theme, it's kind of hard to put this intent into a sentence, but I want to work with you on like metabolizing. Composting is the word that I want to use tonight. Composting your life's experiences through your body and through your practice. So when you come out on the other side of this 90-minute session, you will have experienced this process of discerning and restoring inside your body. And it's not as advanced as it sounds, because really, like, when you get your mind out of the way, because your body is part of nature, because you are nature, the natural processes of sorting and discerning and figuring out what inside you, whether it's your experiences, your emotions, your reactions, your relationships, your tension, your stress, like what of that do you need to hold on to? What of that is serving and fertilizing your life? And then what of that can you kind of decompose and turn into something that does serve you? So it's this concept of keeping our emotions in motion, keeping our life's experiences sort of fluid so they don't get gripped onto, held up, stagnated, and just turned into pain. I know that probably sounds like a lot, but the tools for doing what we just talked about are really simple, okay? And tool number one is your breath. So right now, laying on your back, feeling your breath. Feel the difference between the way you're breathing right now in this like intentional and conscious way, breathing in this way to oxygenate and nourish your body, versus the just shallow and short autopilot breathing that we do so much of the day. So with this deep, audible Ujjayi breathing, you can drop another layer down or deeper into this water of calm that we're cultivating. On your next inhale, feeling your chest and upper back expand, your ribs, your belly, and your low back. And then notice as you started to do this Ujjayi breathing, as you came into this conscious breath, your mind can get quieter. So the second tool in the practice tonight is just inviting the mind to rest, the thoughts to slow and cease, so that you don't miss out on this opportunity to come out of your thinking mind and into feeling and sensing. It's going to help you process your stuff. It's going to help you down-regulate your nervous system. So conscious breathing, quiet mind, so that you can really deeply be in feeling in your body. And each and every pose that you come into will continue to work towards, what do you feel now? What are the sensations now? What do you feel? What do you feel? Keep your breath going and slide your rolled up mat underneath your shoulder blades. And then with the rolled up mat underneath shoulder blades, you'll also do neck traction for yourself. So hands clasped behind your head and your neck. Your head and neck are lifting up off the floor, and then you'll use your hands to strengthen your arms to pull your skull bones away from your cervical spine. On your next inhale, staying with this slow, steady breath, feel the shoulder blades and the upper back press into your rolled up mat. These can be bent or straight. I feel like with my feet flat on the floor and I'm able to kind of press sacrum and a little back down and get a little more traction on the head and neck. A couple more breaths here. Inhale. Feel your upper back and shoulder blade bones pressing into the wall. Exhale and roll. Gently with your hands, finding out if there's any more give in space between your skull and your neck. And then from here, we're going to come into arching with the back. Set your head down. Place the feet on the floor, so knees are bent. And then just bring the rolls, you kind of swivel, so that the roll comes right under the tips of the shoulder blades. And then it probably feels good here to straighten your legs out. So you've got the roll pressing into your thoracic spine, bottom of the ribs. Inhale, feel your ribs expand side to side and press into the roll. And then exhale. Release. Inhale, feel the ribs, the spine press into the wall. Feel the front of the ribs lift away from back ribs. And then on exhale, feel how the roll kind of snugs a bit deeper into the mid-back area. One more time. On this inhale, close your eyes and observe the fullness of your breath as you push your breath down into that solar plexus area. And give back. And then from here, rebend your knees and scoot your rolled up mat, rolled up towel, maybe your block if that's what you're using, so that it's at the top of your, that it's under your sacrum. Yeah. Low back. Let's go with low back. We'll go down to the sacrum in a minute. So not quite on that sacrum bone, but in the nook of your low back. And then again, here you can keep your knees bent or legs straight. Inhale and feel your belly expand away from the roll and low back. See, feel for how long you can make your exhale last. Inhale, press low back into the roll, feel your belly balloon with your breath, and the entire rib cage expands side to side. A couple more breaths here, doing this self-soothing breath practice, and just continue to be like a researcher of your own self here, right? Continue to watch and observe your mind and whether or not it's having an easy or a hard time quieting down. Continuing to observe and feel your breath. And then continuing to come back to noticing what's happening inside your body with each of these movements. From here, feet come back to flat on the floor. Bring your sacrum now, so onto the rolled up mat. So the triangle bone and the top rim of your pelvis. And then keep your right leg straight, right heel on the floor, and bring your left knee either into your chest. Go ahead and bring it into your chest. So coming into psoas release here, right? And let the right heel now rise up off the floor. So pull the knee into your chest so much that heel comes up off the floor, and you can use the weight of your leg to traction the hip flexor in front of the quads and psoas open. And now bring your right hand onto the very top of your right thigh, the insertion of the leg bone into the pelvis, and then press down and press the thigh bone, the femur away from you. So you're giving yourself an adjustment, tractioning the thigh bone away from you. Huge inhale here. You can feel your upper back pressing to the floor. You can feel your belly balloon into your left thigh. You go ahead and hug both knees towards the chest and straighten the left leg out now. Bending the right knee in. And again, pulling the right knee towards your chest with your face so much that the left heel will hover off the floor. Giving yourself an adjustment with your left hand, press your thigh away from your hip and down. Next, inhale, feel your breath by pressing into the parts of your back that are touching the floor and the parts of your belly that are touching your right thigh. So you're feeling that 360 degrees of expansion of your breath inside your core. Go ahead and release that. So press the soles of both of your feet into the floor. Lift the pelvis up just so that it can come off of the wall. We'll come into a spinal twist. Pick your feet up off the floor. Cross left thigh over the right thigh, coming into twisted root. So if you have farther to go, you might cross your calf over your shin, maybe heels, maybe none of the above. Activate your feet. Arms are out, just like in a T. Pick up your hips and shift them way over to the left. And then on an exhale, let your knees fall to the right. All the way down to the ground, so your left shoulder is going to come off the floor. Yeah, spinal twist. So activate your feet here. And then there's this really nice adjustment you can give yourself. Bring the heel of your right hand into your left hip crease. Take an inhale and feel the rib cage lifting away from the pelvis. You can even bring the left hand onto your ribs and pull the rib basket away from the pelvis. And then on exhale, press the right hand into the right thigh. And feel like you lengthen out your low back. Keep your breath expansive. Checking back in with your toolkit so that you're using your breath to create new space inside you, reminding your mind to sit back and watch. And then go in and feel what's happening in your body with this pose. We'll switch sides. So, pick your hands off your body, come back into a T, and then bring your knees back up to center. Uncross your legs and switch the cross. Picking the hips up this time, and taking them over to the right. That's an inhale. And then on exhale, letting the knees fall all the way to the floor. Let the right shoulder come off the ground. Bring your right hand onto your right ribs. Inhale and use your right hand to telescope the right side of your ribs away from your hips. And then bring the heel of your left hand into your hip crease below your right hand. Inhale. On the next exhale, use your hands to pull your ribs away from your neck and your neck away from your ribs. So you're pushing and pulling and stretching space into your low back. Feel whatever amount of space this creates, and then on your next inhale, send your breath in there. Resuscitating your tissues if you breathe. Hands come back into T, legs come back up to the C. From here, we're moving towards abdominals. So you'll want a block for a pillow. The block comes under your head, and then rolled up mat to help stabilize hips and turn on inner legs is going to go right between your knees. And let's start laying on the right side. So you have your right side of your head on your pillow. Roll up mat between your legs. Knees are bent up, 90 degrees. Feel it coming back towards the legs. Okay. From here, let me see, the right arm is going to reach out. And you can, I just realized I was covering my right leg off the floor. Set your right leg down on the floor. So feet are active. I'm going to move the roll a little bit more so it's between your knees rather than your thighs. It's going to make a bit more space. Okay, and then from here, I want you to feel for engaging your obliques. So slide your left fingertips underneath your waist on the right side. and keep that space under your waist. So this whole time you do this, you're charging up those core stabilizers, right? I want to be able to slide my fingertips underneath the right side of your waist through this whole sequence, okay? So keep that active, keep your feet active. From here, the left hand comes towards the right hand, so you're palm to palm. Lift your waist up again. Keep the hips where they are, and you're going to come into like a bow pulling motion. So reach the left arm out to the left. The key thing here too is to let your head follow it. So you're actually going to look up at the ceiling and then look over to the left. Lift the right waist up off the floor. Keep making that tunnel with the obliques, and then on an exhale, reach the left hand back into the right. So we'll do that several times. Just keep going with that, right? Lifting obliques up off the floor. Inhale, open up into a twist. The head follows the arm, and then exhale, return. Make it rhythmic so that you benefit from the rhythmic movement, saturating the nervous system. The hips should not move. So my outer hip muscles, like glutes, hamstring injury people, your glutes, this is a good time to be waking up and working all of those pelvic stabilizers. Hugging into the wall, activating the feet. Let's do one more time this side. And then switch sides, so you can just keep the roll where it is. Flip the mat, and flip over to the other side. That's all I have to say about that. Stack the hips. Your feet come back towards your sit bones. Reach the left arm out. Right arm, right hand comes into the left. Activate your feet. Squeeze the bowl. Feel the outer legs, outer hips drawing in. And then from here, keep the hips motionless as you inhale and let your head follow your right arm open. Keep pressing your hips forward as your right hand reaches. And then exhale, hand over hand. Inhale, reach open, pressing your pelvis forward, stabilizing your pelvis with your strong glutes, quads, and hams, all lighting up. And then let the rhythm of your breath match the rhythm of your body in this vocal movement. When you feel like you're even on both sides, you're done. So you'll go ahead and roll onto your back from here. Take the block out from under you, setting up for abdominals. Set your rolled up mat aside. When I sent the email about the class tonight, I said, what did I say? I said slow and deep for down regulating. And I used to believe that if I wasn't like sweating by this point in the class, that the teacher didn't know basically I wasn't getting my itch scratched, right? And I guess it's like a trigger for me. And that might be happening for you right now. Like, we're how many minutes in and we're still just on our backs on the floor. So I want to challenge you to create your own depth and richness in your practice instead of like feeling pissy at me because we're not doing 100 night sun salutations yet, you know? And I'm gonna tell you how to do that. So we're going to start with like the really basic elbow to knee moves. And basic does not mean less intense, less challenging, or like you're not gonna work hard. So just set that sort of like hissiness aside if that's resonating with you. And I promise you're gonna be sore tomorrow if you just stay with me here, okay? So both of your feet are flat on the floor. Clasp your hands behind your head and neck. Not that being sore is the measure of a good practice. I didn't mean to imply that. Inhale, press your low back and sacrum down into the floor. Hold your breath. Curl tailbone up. On exhale, reach both elbows towards your left knee as the left knee comes over the left hip. So pick up the left foot. And then pull your low belly down. Inhale, set the foot down, set the head down. Press your low back into the floor. Rock your sacrum down into the floor. Hold your breath, pull tailbone. And then on exhale, knee towards elbows, elbows towards right knee. Look at your belly. Pull your low belly down. Curl tailbone. Inhale, set the foot down. Set the head down. Hold your breath. Rock your sacrum down. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach elbows up so that your shoulder blades peel off the floor and then towards the left knee. Left foot comes off the floor. Look at your belly. Pull low belly down. Curl tailbone. Inhale. Lay your head and chest down. Set your foot down. Hold your breath. Rock your sacrum down to the ground. Curl tailbone. And then exhale. Elbows towards your right thigh. Right knee reaches skyward. Pull low belly down. Inhale. Come back to center. Set the head and chest down. Feed your breath to your low back. Pressing low back down, rock sacrum down, hold breath, curl tailbone. We're gonna add another step here. So exhale, lift the left foot, reach elbows towards the left thigh, bring your left hand down to the floor. Press your left hand down, curl tailbone, reach right elbow, and pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Lay the head and chest down. Feed your breath to your belly and your low back. Hold your breath, curl the tailbone, and then on exhale, reaching elbows towards the right thigh, bring the right hand to the ground. Press your hand into the ground, and then pull the low belly muscles down. Step through your toes. Inhale, come back to center and lay the head down. Fill your low back with breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach elbows towards the left thigh, left hand pressing into the ground, pull low belly down. Feel, track the sensations in your belly here. Inhale, come back to center. Set the head and chest down. Fill your low back. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale to the right. With the elbows, press the right hand into the ground, slowly pull low belly down, send right thigh away from low belly. One more each side. Inhale, come back to the center, set the head and chest down. Feel your back ribs and your low back and your sacrum pressing into the floor. Curl tailbone. And then reach elbows towards the left thigh. Press the right hand down, pull low belly down. Inhale, set the head down. Feel your belly, feel your back, using your breath to pull up inside. Curl tailbone, exhale, reach elbows towards the right thigh, press the right hand down. Curl one more time, pull those low belly muscles down. Inhale back to center, setting head and chest down. Take your block or your rolled up mat and place it between your legs. So the rolled up mat or the block, whatever prop you have, your towel, it's right on your pubic bone. Don't be shy about making contact there. And then pick your feet up off the floor. Keep the knees bent at 90 degrees. Clasp your hands again in the opposite way, so you have the other thumb on top, behind your head and your neck. Inhale, press your low back down, rock the sacrum into the floor. Hold your breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze onto the roll, and then exhale, reach both elbows skyward. Pull low belly down. Take a look at your feet here and make sure you've got daylight between your toes. Inhale, bring your left hand onto your prop, onto your roll-up mat or block or towel, and then keeping the knees bent at 90, so you're coming into frog, open the legs into a straddle frog. Inhale, and then exhale, press your hand into your roll, pubic bone into roll, pull low belly down, reach elbow, your right elbow skyward. Inhale, unstraddle your frog legs, and set your head and chest down. Exhale. Inhale, feed breath into your low back. Feel the sacrum rock down. Hold breath, curl up, squeeze onto the roll, and then exhale, elbows go skyward. Hold low belly down, squeeze roll. Right hand comes onto your prop. Inhale, straddle legs open, sending the thighs away from the hips, and then exhale, reach the left elbow as you press, hand into roll, pubic bone into roll, and then feel for it, pull low belly down. Inhale, unstraddle. Exhale, set your head down. Inhale, press low back down, rock sacrum down. Hold breath, curl the tailbone up, spread through your toes, squeeze onto the roll, and then exhaling, reaching elbows skyward, keep squeezing, curling tailbone, and pull low belly down. Left hand comes onto your roll. Inhale, straddle the legs open, flex your feet, hamstring people, can you exhale, press into the roll, and then contract hamstrings towards glutes. Pull the belly down. Inhale, exhale, set the head down. Feed your breath into your low back, your belly. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze roll. Exhale, elbows go skyward as you pull low belly down. Squeeze your sit bones in around your tailbone. Right hand comes onto the roll. Inhale, straddle the legs open. Flex the toes towards the shins. And then exhale, curl. And press. And pull the belly down. Inhale, unstraddle. Set the head and chest down. Set your feet down. Set your roll aside. Bring your hands onto your belly for a breath. Feeling inside, feeling into those belly muscles for what did I wake up to? What's that feel? Another big breath underneath your hands, which are currently touching your intestines, right? Your literal place of digesting, discerning, composting inside. Setting up for bridge. You'll want your block underneath your sacrum, either mid-setting or highest setting, depending on your body. If this is enough for you, you can stay here in bridge. If you have farther to go, you'll come into quad release. So ground down, root down, step down with the right foot, and then start to scoot the left foot back towards your face until maybe you can grab on to the front of your left ankle with your hands. And then if you've got that, you can use the left hand to bring the foot back even more. If it's all right with the front of your ankle, press the top of your foot
into the ground. And then find out if you can bring the foot back towards your head any amount more. And what usually starts to happen right about now is the left knee will kind of wander out to the side. You have to hug that left knee back in towards the midline, and that is going to ramp up the intensity in the front of that left quad quite a bit. You are welcome to stay here. If you have farther to go, I like to do this next move with my left hand around the front of my left shin. It helps me to stabilize. From there, bring the right knee in towards your face. And you can bring your right hand to your right knee to hug the foot. Find your breath again. No breath holding, even when you're experiencing a lot. If you've got farther to go from here, you could grab onto the back of the right thigh and straighten the right leg skyward. The inner legs squeeze in towards each other. Use your breath. Use your awareness to track the sensations that you're experiencing in your body right now. Go more deeply into feeling. What are you feeling? With your legs up, gently rebend the right knee. You go ahead and step the right foot back to the floor. Gently walk the left foot back out. So you're back in supported version of walk. If there's farther to go from here, if you're going farther for the second side, start to walk your right foot back towards your face. Maybe you can grab onto the front of the right ankle with your right hand. Toes can be tucked under, or more intense, coming onto the top of your foot. Hug thighs in towards each other. Strong lengthening of your tailbone, of your sacrum away from your spine, so that the low back is long. Again, hamstring attachment rehab people, can you activate your glutes a lot? If you've got farther to go from here, you'll bend the left knee in. Maybe grab onto the left knee or shin with your left hand. Feet are active. Find your breath again. If you've got farther to go, straighten the left leg skyward, and then re-hug the right inner knee in. Send your left thigh away from your left hip, pressing both hip bones towards the ceiling of the sky. Feed your breath into where you're feeling spaciousness and opening in this move. And then to come out, we'll rebend the left knee, set the left foot down, come back into bridge. Remove the block, but stay up in bridge. Hugging the glutes around the pelvic bones, the outer hips around the pelvic bones. And then go ahead and bring your upper back down, curl tailbone, mid back down, curl tailbone, and finally low back comes down to the ground. Roll yourself over to one side and come to hands and knees. Dolphin crane. Actually, cat-cow. So just come on into cat-cow movement with your back, scooping and arching articulating your side. And feel free to add side to side motion here. Feeling your spine. Ways that feel good and respect. Hide your knees if you have sore knees, knee injuries, etc. Okay, dolphin friendly. So you'll step your knees as wide as your mat. And then come down to your forearms. Walk your elbows away from your knees. Clasp hands. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your neck and send your hips back. So you're not sitting down onto your heels, sending your hips back. If you can sit easily down onto your heels, then your elbows are not far enough away from your knees to walk your elbows farther from your knees. And then go ahead and with your clasped hands, lift the hands towards your head. Ground your elbows down strongly into the mat as you reach hips back behind you even more. Forehead may or may not come to the floor. Wrap the shoulder blades, press the elbows down, and feel for how much space and lengthening can you get in your lats and the muscles alongside your upper ribs. And then come on back up. This is a good moment to reset your crops and grab a drink of water when you're coming into sun salutations and standing poses. So the first standing pose is horse. Step your feet wide into horse stance. And then let your arms just dangle. Activate the feet, send the thigh bones away from the hips, pull low belly in, send your sacrum towards the ground. Shoulder shrugs. Inhale and spread your upper back with your breath. Hold your breath, head your shoulders straight up towards your ears. Keep holding the breath, squeeze the shoulders straight back, and then exhale, drag the shoulder blades down. Inhale, spread your upper back with breath. Exhale, squeeze your mini shoulder blades towards each other, and then drag them down. Inhale, spread upper back. Exhale, you can use your elbows if you need to this time to get that feeling of squeezing the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together strongly, and then drag them down the back. Stay in horse and actually come back down, because the tendency is to want to come out of it, right? With this next round of shoulder shrugs, recruit your obliques, abdominals, core stabilizers so that your rib cage resists that tendency to thrust open, right? Hold that all in. And then before we come into the next round, just take a big breath, feeling into your upper back. And so the work that we're doing is to wake up and go into some of the muscles and the parts of us that have maybe been dormant, right? Like those muscles at the base of your scapula that squeeze the tips of your shoulder blades together. Let's get those firing. Inhale, feel your upper back with breath. Hold the breath, hike the shoulders straight up. Keep holding breath without splaying your ribs out. Squeeze the shoulders straight back. And then exhale, keep squeezing shoulder blades as they slide down the back of the ribs. Inhale, legs are cooking. Use that heat and that fire. Exhale, squeeze mid-shoulder blades together. So we use the heat and the fire in the legs to help bring more mobility, spaciousness, and warmth into your upper back. Inhale, spread the upper back, and then exhale without splitting your ribs. Squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades together, and then drag them down. Go ahead and straighten your legs. And woo, you'll put your feet together without falling over. So have a blanket nearby if you need to pad your knees in subs. A series. Bring your hands together in front of your sternum. Tadasana mountain. Inhale, spread through your hand bones as you reach fingers skyward. Feel your obliques, your low belly, your whole core. Stabilizing from the inside out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step your left foot back for lunge. Have the left knee if you need to. Keep your hands down on the ground for this first one. Stay here in lunge for a few breaths, feeling for engaging and recruiting the outer hip muscles, the inner leg muscles, and then feel how as you engage your glutes, especially on the left side, you get even more opening in the front of the left hip. Exhale, tuck your left toes under, step back into plank. Hugging the fronts of the quads up around the leg bones. Pressing your hands, pressing your shoulder blades, your shoulders away from your hands. Pull low belly. Always have the option to set the knees down. Come all the way down to your belly. Coming into both pose. So tops of the feet are on the floor. Bring your hands down by your hips, palms down. For this first boat, we're going to keep the legs down and the hands down. So inhale, press the pubic bone and the tops of the feet into the floor, and then lift your chest. Squeeze shoulder blades together. So if you feel pinching in your mid or low back, lower back down until that subsides, right? And then keep feeling for tuck and tailbone, pressing the pubic bone into the floor, lifting your collarbones, squeezing shoulder blades towards each other. One more huge inhale here. Let your inhale lift you a little bit and then lay your belly down, lay down. Come onto your right cheek. So set your head to the side. Let your palms just roll open. And then bring your toes in towards each other and let your heels fall away. Rock your hips side to side. Next inhale, bring your breath into your low back. From here, hands come underneath your shoulders, tuck toes, through plank, down, or turtle. Shake the head out, letting the tension and the patterns of holding and tightening in the neck, drain away. Next inhale, set the left foot forward for lunge. Keep the hands down this time. And noticing if you're getting pissed at me again because it's like a mellow lunge, it's not a mellow lunge. Lift and spread your toes on your front foot. Feel for squeezing the glutes, the outer jean pocket, outer hips in towards each other. And then as you squeeze that right glute, sink down in the lunge even more, prying open the front of the right hip. Activate your right foot, pressing all of the toes and the top of the foot into the floor. Lengthen the spine away from the pelvis. Next, exhale, tuck the right toes under and step forward to forward fold. Inhale, scoop the arms up, out and up, and then let's come together. Standing side bend. So just step your feet wide. Right wrist grabs onto, right hand grabs around the left wrist. Inhale and first lengthen, so you're pulling the left wrist skyward, and then exhale, come to center. Lay your head onto your arm, roll your chest up. Find your breath, noticing with your breath up, jamming or shorter. And come back. Feel for pulling or tractioning any amount more length into the left side of your legs with your next step. Come back up to standing and switch sides. So left hand around right wrist. Inhale to come up. And then over to the side. Relax your neck. Lay onto your left arm like a pillow. Inhale and feel for spreading the right sides of your rib bones and intercostal muscles with your breath. Use the left hand to pull the right hand over to the left. And then inhale, come up. Feet come back together, hands come back into namaste. Second side. Inhale, spread through your trunk bones. Reach arms and fingertips skyward. Feel the length in the sides of your body. Should feel different this time. Exhale, hold the belly in to pull forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, step your left foot back for lunge. Knee comes down, have the knee. Have that same amount of integrity and activation in your legs as you sweep arms up this time. Inhale into your upper back. Exhale, wrap your shoulder blades towards your armpits and spread the palms. Activating especially your left glute so strongly as you sink the hips down, maybe even further, without splaying your ribcage forward. And then exhale, hands to either side of your front foot. Come to plank. Solid plank, feeling for reaching heels back, lifting the fronts of the thighs skyward, pressing hands, pressing arms away from hands, and then lowering or not lowering your knees, coming down. Both tops of the feet come to the floor, press pubic bone down, and then this time, bring the palms on the ground, back by the hip. Inhale, press the hands down, lift your feet, and lift your chest. If your back starts to pinch, come back down. Listen to that communication from your body. Listen to the information inside, and don't wrench through it. Okay, come on. If you have farther to go, then hands come off the ground. Hands reach back toward your feet and heels. Shoulder blades squeezing towards each other. Exhale, come on down. Lay onto your other cheek. Toes come together, heels fall open. You feel how that releases your neck. And then with your next breath, inhale. And soak the breath in. The muscles, the tissues of the neck. Tuck your toes, hands come underneath your shoulders. Downward. Keep the head now. Really allowing gravity to assist you in pulling that 7-pound bowling ball weight of your head away from your spine and the skin vertebra. Uncertainty in psychology, uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, is a huge contributor to anxiety and stress. And as a community, right, we've been experiencing more uncertainty than probably most of us have had in our lives. Using your breath, aligning with the resources and the ground and gravity to help your head and that brain that fixates on your uncertainty. Let go. Let's inhale, step the left foot forward into your hands bridge. Press into the feet, spread through the palms. Feel the finger bones and the heels of the hands reach away from the wrists. Next, exhale, wrap the shoulder blades towards the armpits. Pull the ribs in. And sink down in the mouth. Inhale, telescope the rib cage away from the pelvis. Exhale, hands to either side of the hip. Little pull. Inhale, reach your arms out. Standing. Hands together. And hands to straight. Chair pose. Inhale. Sweep your arms up, sit back. Feel your weight. Rest back into heels. Eagle. Wrap the left elbow on top of right. Maybe wrapping the forearms. Maybe wrapping your palms. Sit back in your chair. Hamstring injured people, this is a good place to give those injuries stability and support by activating the muscles in the back of the legs. The quads work hard in this one, hamstrings lengthen, and so you have to protect from overstretching or like aggravating your injury. You do that by contracting the muscles around that area, that spot, so that you can hand steady. Exhale, fold forward, step your feet, hip distance apart, bend the knees as much as you need to. Reach elbows towards the floor. So let your head release down towards the floor. Next, inhale, take a huge breath, feel your breath expand the bones in your upper back. Gently release your arms, and then slowly roll back up to standing. When you come back up, take a breath here and feel from what that did in your upper back. Second round, so coming into chair. Telescoping the ribs away from the pelvis, sending the low back. Sending the sacrum, the tailbone, away from the low back. Eagle. Bring the right elbow over the left. Maybe forearms, maybe hips. Exhale and press the elbows away from your chest. And then the fingertips reach forward. Sit back. Feel the weight resting in your heels. Use your next few breaths to bring spaciousness and awareness into your back, upper back. So that every inhale feels like you're pulling the muscle fibers in between the shoulder blades a bit more away from each other. From here, let's try a different transition this time. So keep the knees bent, step the feet wide, and then fold. Elbows reach towards the ground. Neck drains down towards the ground. Soften the jaw, soften the face. With your next inhale here, feel that sensation of expanding your breath into your back and travel all the way from your neck to your sacrum, all the way through the spine. Unwrap your eagle arms, roll yourself back up to center. Basics. Inhale, sweep the fingertips down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the left foot back. Keep the left toes curled under. Hands stay down. Bend the left knee towards the ground. So just taps it. And then straighten it back up. Send the left heel back. So keep doing that pumping action. Maybe bend that knee down. And then send the heel back, straighten the knee. Bend. The next time you straighten your knee, stay where you are. If you're at your edge, hands stay down. If you have farther to go, hands might come up to your calf. If you have farther to go, without letting those ribs thrust forward, fingers reach up. Hands come to either side of the foot, go backwards. Hugging upper arm bones into the ribs, lower down. This time for both, you can do any version of both that we've already done. Or clasp your hands behind your back. Hug the inner ankles in towards each other. And then inhale, lift the feet, lift the chest, reaching knuckles back towards your feet. Same both.
Sorry.
Exhale, come up. Turn to your other cheek. Balloon your breath into your lower back. And again, you can rock your hips back and forth. Soothing the lower back. And then hands come underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Back to downward. Wrapping your shoulder blades here in downward dog, keeping the upper back muscles turned on. And then let the neck go. Inhale, and can you access with your breath that whole range of spine that you've been working on opening? Next, inhale, step the left foot forward. Keep your hands down initially here. Reach the right heel back. And then bend the right knee until it just kisses down to the ground. Bring the knee up, reach the right heel back. Keep going with that rhythm. Down. Feeling for each time you straighten the knee, you bring a little more length into the front of your right hip flexor, and you do that by reaching the heel back. This time, keep your legs straight. And you can either hold with hands on the ground, otherwise strong activation of the muscles come out our hips, the legs, hands can come to thigh. Otherwise, you might reach the hands skyward, and then once you get skyward, pull your ribs in towards each other and sink the hips back down.
Oh, that's definitely side.
Notice what you're feeling. What is the sensation you're experiencing right now? Exhale, hands to either side of your front foot. You might take a couple hops to step to forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms. Step into warrior two. So left foot forward, right foot back. And then coming into kite hop. So bring your arms out and roll your palms open. Sink down into your front knee. Inhale, lift the collarbones, roll your thumbs back behind you, spread through your palms. Next inhale, feel the moving from your shoulder blades, lifting the shoulder blades up towards the ears, and then shoulder blades come forward and dive down in front of you, rolling all the way through the forearms, the wrists, and palms. Inhale, lift the chest, feel the shoulder blades squeeze together to lift your chest. Exhale. Inhale again, lifting shoulder blades, coming forward. Internal rotation of the shoulders, and then inhale, lifting back up, external rotation, lift the collarbones, lift the chest, hold the thumbs open. One more time, inhale, lift forward, exhale. Side angle with neck release. Bring the right forearm across your low back. And then you'll have your right hand grab onto your waistband or maybe the front of the left thigh, and then just your hands. And then from here, left forearm to left leg. Relax your neck. And then inhale, roll that right shoulder open, lay back behind you. Relax your neck again. And check out what is the tone of sensation that this pose is bringing up? What does it feel like right now in the front of the right shoulder, ribs, is your neck letting you let go? Feel the front thigh, the left thigh, strongly externally rotate, especially hamstring. Inhale, and then exhale, coming into straddle forward fold. So for hamstring injuries here, you can bend your knees. You can bring your feet in closer together, giving grace and space around your injury rather than pushing too far, too fast. Elbows and bend down towards the earth. Shake the head side to side. Letting the head and neck release. And bring your hands to your hips. Roll up. Warrior two on the second side. So right foot forward, left foot back. And this time we do kite hop. So for kite hop, hugging the upper arms and elbows, gluing them into the sides of the ribs. And then roll the palms open. Spread through the bones in your fingers. Without letting the arms or elbows come off of the rib cage, inhale and reach the thumbs back behind you, feeling strong external rotation in the ball joint of the shoulder. And then exhale, hands come back together. Inhale, passing arms and elbows in, reaching the hands back. Exhale, together. Take away from that back leg to pressing into the outer edge of that back foot as you open your bird legs. Find out if the next time you open, if your thumbs go back a little further. You're gaining mobility. And release. Side angle pose with neck release. So bringing the left forearm across the low back. Right forearm to the right back. Press down into the right forearm to lengthen the right side of your waist. And then roll that left shoulder open. Exhale, relax the right ear towards the right shoulder. Drag your right shoulder blade down your back so that your neck can let go even more. And then close your eyes and focus in feeling for sending your breath towards where you're feeling the tightness of a holding in the left side of your shoulder and your neck. If you're not feeling anything, you want to get the top of your left shoulder and your left ear farther apart from each other. And then inhale and feel for relaxing the whole left side of the neck, jaw, face, eyes, skull, scalp. Exhale, release. From here, pull forward. Coming into flank stretch. So walking both of your hands over to the right. Left hand grabs around the outside of the right ankle. Right hand comes on top of it. Bend the left elbow down. Arching your torso away from right back. Let the head and the neck go. Yeah, and let the neck go whenever you can. And then ribs reach to the left. Switch sides. Walking hands over to the left. Right hand to the outside of the left ankle or shin. Bend the right elbow down, and you're going to arch your ribs back to the right. Let the neck go. Just keep shaking the head no. So let the neck go. And then get your breath fluid again. Feel where your breath travels inside your body. And then feel for ballooning your breath into the right side of your ribs. Low back. Release that. And heel toe the feet together and roll. feeling the difference in your back. Get up. And then coming into triangle. Left foot forward, right foot back. We worked on triangle last week, so you'll really feel the internal rotation of the back thigh, the external rotation of the front thigh. Great place to use your blocks or your props if you have them. Also feeling the support of the obliques and the core. So getting that sensation of like lifting both sides of your waist off the ground like we did earlier, right? Strengthening. Arms come up, and then finding into triangle pose. Relax your neck. Lay your upper back. Find your breath. Squeezing right outer glute and hip around the pelvic bones and sacrum here, and feel how that opens the right side of the back. And then just being still and present with those tools that we talked about at the beginning of the practice. Your breath awareness, the quietness of your mind, and then your ability to feel. What is this pose doing? What do you feel inside? Next, exhale, turn towards the front foot. Coming into nomad pose. So you can keep the back toes tucked under. Pad the knee if you need to. Use your props here if you need them. And then straightening the left foot forward. And for this first variation, pointing the toes towards the ground, so you're getting a lot of stretch across the top of, cramping for me, across the top of the left foot, and keep pulling the left hip crease back. So we want to keep mobility in the fronts of our ankles here, so that we don't roll them and fall down and get hurt. And then from here, come on up. Pick up the front heel and move it forward. Then flex toes back towards your torso. And come on down any amount. Probably a very different sensation in this version. Tracking, feeling, engaging with the natural processes going on inside you. From here, you'll stay on the right shin. You're going to pivot the right foot back and come into gate pose, which is the sole of the left foot down. Left leg straight, right knee under right hip. Side bend. Reach the left hand down the left leg. Right arm wraps overhead. And then find your breath here. So wrapping that front shoulder blade and then rolling. Chest open, relax the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale, come on up. And setting up for modified side plank. Use a prop or not. Right hand comes down and in front of the right shoulder. And then reach the left arm over. Bringing as much of your body weight as you can get over into the right arm. So you're carrying that weight. Inhale. Let's just come up to standing and do the second side of that. So step the right foot forward, left foot back for triangle. Feeling the support and the activation of the pelvic muscles, right? So feeling the external rotation of the front thigh and leg, and then internal rotation of the back thigh and leg. All four corners of your feet pressing strongly into the floor. From here, bring the hands to the hips so you can feel for inhaling and telescoping the ribs away from the chest, lengthening both sides. And then you can keep your hand, like if your low back is sore today, hand can go right into hip crease as you come into triangle, or you can walk that bottom hand down the leg or to your palm, any amount. Relax your head and neck. Feel for drinking in a really.
Oscar, hey.
Is that a question?
Bad dog.
Bad dog. Okay. We love you, dog. Stay off the mat. Feel for how clear and steady can you get your breath here. Next exhale, and come forward over the front leg, tuck the back toes, and come into Luna pose. In this variation, open the top of the ankle, reaching your collarbones out over towards the foot. Use props to stay as high as you need to be to really get the integrity in this pose where you get length across the back of the right leg and also your entire spine. So this has nothing to do with getting your face close to your foot. You can come up, now the second part here is to come up, flex the foot, bring the heel forward another few inches, and then come on down any amount. Keep flexing the toes back towards the shin. With your next inhale, can you feel your breath expand into your low back, and then kind of like a wave help you to undulate, lift your belly and lengthen over the front thigh. And then from here, set that down, just swivel the left shin and set up for gate pose. First version, come into side bend. Relaxing the right ear towards the right shoulder. So you're getting a stretch on the side of the ankle. And then use your top arm to lift you up from that side, coming into side plank. Side plank. Every time we teach a pose, we get taught in forced yoga, there's got to be like a why. Why are we doing this pose? This pose is to help you root and really drink up and tap into the length that this whole sequence has created on this through your side body. So really feeling that opening from the outside of your right ankle to right hip, to ribs, to shoulder to hand. And then exhale, bring your hands down, face the front of your mat, setting up for a dolphin. Bring the forearms down, grab onto your biceps to measure your forearms distance. And then you can either clasp hands, bring the palms down, or enjoy the variation, rolling palms up. It's your choice. Relax your head and neck wherever you're going. Inhale, take a breath in and broaden your upper back. Exhale, wrap shoulder blades towards the armpits. From here, tuck toes and straighten the legs. Taking some huge breaths here in dolphin pose. So breathing in this absolutely magical, ceremonial, and extraordinary way. Feeling the power, the medicine, and the magic of when you can really be in your body and be with your breath and allowing your brain to fade into the background, into the observer position even more. Press the forearms down into the floor so that you can lift your shoulders away from your arms. So go ahead and release the knees down. Release back. And lay back. Cross left ankle over right thigh. For half shoelace and back release. And then pull the right knee and left ankle in towards your face. Your hands reach through and you can grab onto the back of your right thigh or the front of your right shin. If you have like a shirt or a strap nearby, you can use it for this next part if you're going there, where you can straighten the right leg. So you could either bring your hands to the right foot, pull the legs in towards you, low back comes off the floor, kind of in like a plow. Make sure your breath continues to feed in and wash out. And then we'll switch sides. So set the right foot down, set the left foot down. Cross the right ankle over the front of left thigh. And then you can reach the right hand through, grab onto the back of the hamstring, and the front of the shin, pulling a full package of leg lengths in towards your chest. Next, inhale, feel your breath balloon into your upper back, mid back, and low back. Wash, rinse out any stress, anxiety, hardness left. If you've got farther to go, you can unwind your arms, straighten the left leg, and then either reach your hands up or use your strap to pull the left foot towards your head. Every single breath is an opportunity to track what you're feeling inside. Go ahead and release the left foot down, release the right foot down. You can windshield wiper the knees to the left and then to the right. Any final moves before laying yourself down and back for Shavasana? And as you lay back for this final resting pose. Study the sensations in your body. Feeling awareness. How does it feel inside? Checking back in with like the tone of your nervous system. Gauging in Shavasana whether or not it's any easier for you to connect with your breath, gauging in Shavasana whether or not it's any easier to feel inside your body and to feel for how much can you let go and relax. This whole practice, you've been tracking and building your skill and feeling capacity. And Shavasana gives you this beautiful opportunity now to take stock and feel the difference inside your body from when you first got on your mat. Using your breath inside now to continue to sift through your tissues. Kind of like how you sift through the dirt in your garden. Answers and wisdom will not come flowing in at once. They won't be like a waterfall on your thirsty willingness to heal. Healing multiple wounds and influences requires that you admit yourself into like this rehabilitation period of life. Even as life continues to make demands, you go delving into shadows, raising enthusiasm for the work to get done, so that you can move on with life in a better way. After years and decades of sifting and sorting, shadows come up every day still. This is never a process that becomes perfect or complete. So there can be no obsessing and needing to have answers. The shadow retreats when pressed, or it finds new ways to be tricky. When I was a child, I loved playing in the dirt. I could sit for hours in the soft alkaline powder of the desert. I could draw and write in it, mound it up, pat it down with my small hands, and lose myself in its mystery. Healing deep cuts in my family line feels like this. I am a student of my inner world's complexity. In fact, soil is a metaphor for the soul for me. You see, not much would grow in that alkaline desert I played in, not without lots of fertilizer and commercial water. And as an adult, I love learning about permaculture, the art of using dying organic matter to transform infertile soil. And this is the point where I remind you to stay the course. Let the arc of time help to get through your reflection and grieving process. Don't rush to turn it all around. What you're shedding
is the compost for what you're growing. Feeling your breath in the fertile soil of your internal landscape. And the breath has been the sorting and sifting. The postures from the asana are like a shovel turning your compost so that you can process, metabolize, break down, fertilize, build up. Taking all of the stress, anxiety, and the pain of not knowing what's next, and composting that material, trusting that those experiences of our lives that require healing will turn into a fertilizer for our growth. So bring your awareness now back to your breath. Gosh, just feeling how much easier it is as you rest here on the floor to get a really full, expansive Ujjayi breath. And you can feel that breath undulating all the way through your core, your chest, your ribs, your belly, your back. Bringing your awareness back to your body, your bones, your joints, your tissues. Bringing your awareness back to this magical place of being in breath and being in feeling, in sensation, in your body's time for proprioception and mapping of your own internal landscape. Gently rebending your knees. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you need to if you're at home to practice. Otherwise, rolling yourself over to one side, using your arms to press yourself up to sitting. Once you come back to your seat, reach the arms out to the sides, and rolling palms open, spread through the hands, shoulder blades draw down the back, arms come up overhead, palms together, namaste. And taking these next few moments as you move off your mat to continue to discern and notice and just be curious and interested in how your practice affected you, how that practice changed you inside. And enjoy that. Have a good night.